ever since the PR won again in Selangor, and then until you appointed as MD, and then you set up your own exco team, it seems like it took more time than the other states. I'm saying comparing with PR state. Could you tell us why? And
there's a joke among us, that why it takes you more time to build up your team as opposed to other people. Of course, among the reason is we have to have an agreement with all the three component parties, and then be the right selection. The joke around is like Barisan National, you have only one mother-in-law, but in Pakatan Rakyat, because of the nature of our arrangement, we have three mother-in-laws. When you have to deal with three mother-in-laws, we need to have a little bit more time. But ultimately, it is going to be a decider. And it is worthwhile to spend a few weeks extra, because by then you go straight and do your work, rather than making error while you do it and force through it, then later on realize that you have not fully discussed the subject. Could you imagine if you are going to work 300 and I talk about 2 weeks holiday, 350 days. That means if all 56 weeks. So if you're going to 52 weeks, so you have 50 weeks times 4. That means 200 weeks. So losing 2 extra weeks in order to make sure that you have a better 198 weeks will be a good decision. So I think people are too rushed in making their decision. At the end, they spend squabbling again. I've seen in the case of a few state government, and there is still squabbling after the selection. Terengganu, Johor, even Perak. So the issue is this. I think rushing decision making is not a good one. I think we should learn from the Japanese experience. The Japanese experience, they spend more time establishing the parameters of decision making, and then once they decide, there is no turning back, and they move forward very quickly. The end result is, because they spend a little bit extra time, they can speed up their work and turn out to be much more effective than those who rush their decision making.
Then even though this is how you see things, and I believe this is how your team see things, but people on the ground, I mean for media guy or people, they are concerned whether, once, as soon as you form the government, and then within a week time you can see some internal problem within, not to say PR. I mean PR, the other two parties agree for you to come as MD, but your own party, I mean people see that.
But there's still speculation. I don't think we can assume that as what going to happen. Even if it happen, it's part and parcel of politics.
You see things that YB Azmi.
No, but that is your speculation. But that's what is happened. That means in the maxim of politics, you cross the bridge first. That's what it's all about.
Then should you see the well how you view when the Azmin Ali came out with a group of Adun to have PC.
But that's right.
It's still speculation.
Yeah, no, but that's what politics is all about. There are people who use this. So, what is the end result? In spite of all that, I'm still being selected as the Menteri Besar. And so, what are we saying? Are we saying that because that is part and parcel of politics? Does Barisan Nasional do not have that experience? Could you imagine the squabble with regard to MCA being either inside the cabinet or outside the cabinet or inside the state or outside the state? The press is also running around in circle trying to appreciate.
Yeah.
So you should take it proactive.
But then people choose you because you are not BN.
Well, never mind. I'm quite happy to be highlighted as that. But the issue is, what I'm trying to explain, it is not abnormal to have this characteristic in politics. Of course, I can tell you, I come from the corporate sector for over 2 decades. This type of things is very strange in my field before. But do I say, do I need to say, hey, there is different? Of course I understand the difference. But if you are in this situation, if you want to reform your state, you have to build your resilience within that framework.
Okay. Then should you talk about characteristic? What kind of characteristic is that in politics?
In politics, no. I think
someone tried to
no,
sabotage.
that part and parcel of your understanding. That's why the difference in the political world also, they give rating. Whether you are a street politician, whether you are a statesman, whether you are a professional politician, of course, then they know. I think, do you think people do not character? An example, a very clear example. There was this contest between Khalid and Zulkifli Nordin in Shah Alam. No, the discussion is, would you trust Khalid Samad given his illustrious character, or you do trust Zulkifli Nordin, who experienced in keadilan and past and also Baris UMNO and also Perkasa? People evaluate from that point of view. And the end result, what was the end result?
Okay.
At the end, a higher percentage decided to accept Khalid Samad. I'm not saying everyone should be deciding in one side or the other, but I think that's the example that people should learn, the lesson of thinking that you could be a champion, but the perception of the people is you want to be a champion for a wrong purpose. If you want to be a champion for the wrong purpose, even though you have the right platform, you may not get the support of the people. That's what I'm trying to say. I think we have not matured enough. I can tell you, politics takes much longer time. For example, the reason why there's so much decency in the Westminister's so-called parliamentarian is because they have gone through over centuries. There is certain decency in America because they have gone through centuries. And they have fought each other. Worse still, they go up in arms if you read the history of our day. And then that's what we have to accept, that this is the situation that we are in.
Tenshi, what happened lately? Would it hurt your credibility of your new government or PR? I mean, how people will look at you?
No.
You say that like UMNO and MCA, there are internal problem. If you give perception, the same perception the same perception on others people, they will treated you like UMNO second.
As a journalist, you should also be professional in your analysis. This is what it's all about as for the future. You should also argue in the basis of deliverables. You have given us 1 week. Could you imagine? No decent, intelligent person will say you can deliver pembangunan negara in 1 week. That's not going to happen. So you have to give, let's say, after 3 months, after a quarter. Then you say, has all these clowning and also bitching thing caused impact to you? But I cannot say to you now because I'm trying to do it. And the performance cannot be until 3 months or so, until 100 days. Or after 100 days, then you can come back to see, hey, what is this? So I think you cannot, I must say, the quality of analysis, this is the analysis of academia, who didn't even do the aspect of the time series in order to come up with certain what they call reasonable conclusion. I think most of us, maybe because of the nature of our news, we tend to be more speculative than what is real. I know, I understand, because I was arguing with some of my party members about, I say, hey, this is not true. No, he says, the game in politics is not truth, it's his perception. Then we have to say, but my argument is, if you want to be to develop your country in the right manner, you must equate perception with truth. You cannot dismantle perception, and you can. So the issue is, I think we should train our voters to distinguish whether or not these people are kaki sibuk and these people are kaki buat kerja. Later on, you should minimize orang yang menyibuk. I'm very happy. Now the voters in Kelantan decided Ibrahim Ali is penyibuk, so he lost. That's good. I'm also very happy that Zulkifli dia penyibuk, he lost. So if you continue to have this type of people, they are losing, then they will become better in terms of their work. So I think, but our people have to move towards the maturity in politics. I will not be long in the whole sphere of politics, but we should set up the foundation that after 50 years of independence, more than 50 years of independence, we should now going towards quality politics. That means we create an environment that genuine people who wanted to serve their nation should be given a priority.
Dan saya melihat bagaimana dengan pasukan yang semalam telah diumumkan 4-3-3 komposisi.
It is about the same. Dulu pun 4-3-3 juga, tapi Parti Keadilan, but it is more than 4-3-3. For DAP, they will continue to hold the speaker's post. And then they will also have an opportunity to recommend a senator to represent them. So I think that is the arrangement. For Keadilan is they have the Menteri Besar and 3 members of ESCO, and for PAS they have 4. Then these are the issues that being.
Why is this time around there is no senior ESCO?
Because the reason being, senior ESCO, because the level of what they call, let me first say, senior ESCO don't earn any what they call extra allowance. Tak ada. So ESCO is an ESCO. In the enactment, they don't have the position called senior ESCO. But then sometimes we recognize. But this time, because of the seats are 15, 14. So we say everyone represent everybody. That means so that's what happened.
Okay. So how do you describe your new team?
But
How do you describe your new team?
well, I cannot comment now until angkat sumpah, because I have but we are trying to build a team that can deliver.